Okay guys, today we're solving literal equations. It's the same, it's the same concept as solving equations, except you're dealing with a bunch of different variables, and all you're doing is basically rearranging the equation to set it equal to a specific variable. So you're not actually going to get an answer. You're just simplifying as far as you can go. So let's look at letter D. Notice it's wanting you to solve for A. So your goal is to get A by itself. So first I'm going to rewrite it up here so I have room to show you. Okay, all I'm doing is rewriting the equation. Okay, our job is to get that A by itself. Well, the first thing we need to do is move the V subscript 0t. Now look, that subscript right here, you don't have to do anything with that. You just move that with a variable. That's not math, it's just a symbol. So, or it's not math that you have to do, it's just a symbol in math. So I'm going to subtract V to the other side. And that's going to leave me with H minus V subscript 0t equals, and then we're left with 1/2 AT squared on the other side. So all I have done is move the VT to the other side by subtracting. Just like if it had been a 2H and I wanted to move it to the other H, you would have subtracted 2H to the other side. We subtracted VT to the other side. But since they're not like terms, you can't actually subtract H and VT. You just have to leave it as it is. Okay, now, we're going to get rid of this fraction. The way you get rid of a fraction is to multiply everything by the denominator, which in this case is 2. So we're going to multiply this side by 2 and this side by 2. Okay, when you multiply this side by 2, you have to do distributive because you got two things. So that's going to become 2H minus the 2VT. And when you multiply the other side by 2, it's a rule. When you multiply a fraction by its denominator, the bottom number cancels out and you're left with what's on top. And what I mean by that, just like if I said 1/2 times 2 up here, that's understood to be over 1, you would get 2 over 2, which is 1. So a shortcut is to know anytime you multiply a fraction by its denominator, it cancels out and you're just left with what's on top. So when we multiply by 2, we're left with 1AT squared. Now you're a senior, so you know that you don't have to put that understood 1 there. So let's get rid of it. And let's start getting A by itself. Well, that's A times T squared. Well, the opposite of multiplication is division. So to get A by itself, I'm going to divide by T squared. And what you do to one side, you do to the other. So you're left with A, which is what we were wanting. And on the other side, you cannot divide all those different variables. So you just leave it as is. Because like I told you, you're just simplifying. You go as far as you can go. And that is your final answer. We solved for A. Okay, I'm not going to work letter E for you, but I'm going to work one similar because I want you to do one on your own. So I'm going to make up one. I'm going to say, let's do 3AB minus 5 over, let me think, 4AB, oops, sorry about that, plus 7 equals, let's do 2. Okay, the way you solve this is it's a complex fraction. Remember what I said a while ago? To get rid of a fraction, you multiply by its denominator. So we're going to multiply everything, both sides, by 4AB plus 7, because that's the denominator, and you got to do it to this side as well. Remember what I said, if you multiply a fraction by its denominator, it cancels out the bottom, and you're left with what's on top. So we're just left with 3AB minus 5 equals, on this side you got to do distributive, and that's going to be 8AB plus 14. Okay, on letter E, they're solving for y. So we're going to solve for b. We are solving for b. Okay, well, let's get our b's together on one side. I'm going to subtract 8ab to get them combined together, and that'll give me negative 5ab, and I still have that minus 5 there. We're going to add 5. That cancels, and that's going to leave you with this. Negative 5ab equals 19. And remember, we're solving for b. Well, negative 5 and a are being multiplied to b, so the opposite is to divide. So you're going to divide by negative 5a. That cancels out. What you do to one side, you do to the other. And you cannot actually divide that, so you're done. So b equals 19 over negative 5a. So it's the same rules as solving equations, that you do the opposite when you go across the equals, and you just go as far as you can to get that letter that they specify by itself. Okay, guys, I hope this is enough to get you through this assignment. Let me know if you need anything. Plus 7.